Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Amanda. I do random videos, reviews, and vlogs, so feel free to subscribe if you have not already. Today is going to be kind of different. I've never done like a makeup video before, but 2 months ago, my fiance and I took... Oh, it looks like I'm not wearing a top. Okay. 2 months ago, my fiance and I took our engagement photos, so I decided to do my own makeup and hair for that, and I am no expert at makeup. I'm quite a beginner at makeup, so I kind of wanted to share what I did, and maybe this will help you if you're doing your makeup for your own engagement photos or whatever occasion and you're not super good with makeup like I am. This is super like beginner for sure. I may not know what I'm doing, so please be easy on me. I have watched a bunch of makeup videos, but I've never done one myself, so bear with me. Here are some photos of what my makeup looked like that day, so in case you're interested in how I put that all together, please go ahead and keep watching. I am starting off with a clean face. I washed it with Cetaphil or Cetaphil, however you pronounce it. And that's also my favorite cleanser, so I'll link that up above in the cards. So I am going to start off with a moisturizer, and this is the Aveeno Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer with SPF 15. Oh god, shoot. I just like the way this feels on my skin. This is actually for like sensitive skin and irritated skin, but I just like how it feels. So we're doing everything on camera. So that is a base right now. I am actually going to moisturize my lips. I just have some Vaseline in this little container because lips I do last, so kind of want to make sure my lips are moisturized throughout this process. And Vaseline is my go-to just because I have really dry lips. So this actually took me like an hour to get ready the day of, so this might be quite a long video. So as I said before, I am a beginner at makeup, so of course I turned to YouTube for tutorials, and I found that I liked Jen from Head to Toe's video the most and her makeup, so I decided to replicate that. It is her bridal wedding makeup tutorial. This is actually from 2013, so it's quite old, but I just liked this classic basic look. I just basically watched this video a few times and I just followed it with the makeup products that I had or bought a couple of things just to match. So basically so this is so this tutorial is kind of mimicking that tutorial. I did practice this about 2 times before our engagement shoot, so I do highly recommend practicing the makeup look ahead of time just so you can see what it looks like and how you might be able to change things and make it look perfect for yourself. So I'm going to start off with a foundation primer. This is the BareEscentuals Prime Time Foundation Primer. I've actually owned this for years. Bare Minerals was the first foundation I have ever purchased, and I just bought their starter kit and this came with it, so it's quite old, but I believe it still is pretty effective. But I only actually needed my makeup to last for like a couple hours, so not a big deal. Okay, so I actually didn't have a foundation that was the right color for me and that I really liked, that was lightweight. So because we were doing our engagement photos in Hawaii, which is kind of a warm, humid weather place, I decided to try to find a like CC cream that I liked, and I've heard great things about this IT Cosmetics one, so this is the one that I purchased. This is the IT Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream. So this is color correcting, full coverage cream, and anti-aging hydrating serum in one, and this is SPF 50. And this is in the shade medium. So I originally bought light, but light was like making me look like a ghost, so I decided to purchase medium, and I love it. Just gonna put like a half pump on my hand, and I like to start out with less. And I'm actually going to dab it on my face. Okay, honestly, like I don't know the ideal places to put this, so I just kind of do whatever. So basically I put it all on my face. I'm using this makeup sponge from Lamora that I purchased on Amazon. I'm just gonna like dab it all over the place. It's looking more even so far already. I did a very light layer and I do have like a pimple here and like some marks here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a pump and just kind of spread that in those places. Also, I could do the edges of my nose more. I'm gonna use the small side for the nose. I feel like I have a lot of redness around my nose, and I also like scratch it a lot, so Am I the only one that does that? So I have a little bit left, and I'm gonna go in on those like pimply spots and just kind of dab it with my finger because I just feel like the sponge kind of absorbs it or takes it away. Okay, and then to help it blend in, I like dab on top of it and then kind of like dab around it so my finger blending kind of blends in with the rest. And yeah, so I was going for like a more natural look, so I didn't want it like super full coverage, but I think like it still shows like some of my moles and stuff like that pretty good. So I actually don't have concealer and I didn't use any, so you can do that if you want. I think you could put it under your eyes or wherever, pimples, I don't know, but that's kind of how I handle my pimples, is like I just use the CC cream and dabbed it with my finger instead. So next is eyes, so I'm gonna use an eyeshadow primer, and this is actually from NYX, but the label totally wore off because I've been using it for so long. I'll try to link it down below if I find it, but I'll try to link all my products down below in the description box just in case you're interested. So I'm just gonna dab this on my eyelid, rub it in. And I have monolids, so like the creases always get really oily, so primer is really useful. I actually use primer every time like I use eyeliner. So next, Jen from Head to Toe uses brown eyeliner as a base for her eyeshadow. So I actually had to pick up this eyeliner. This is by Essence, and this is the Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil Waterproof in shade 02, but first Espresso. It's just a plain pencil, but it was only like $2 from Ulta, so I decided to go with this one, and I looked online and it seemed to have good reviews. So basically we're just gonna kind of draw like an oval on our eyelids, so this kind of becomes the base of all the makeup. Pretty much like that. It's basically like a crescent shape on your eyelid, and she said it doesn't have to be perfect. So like this one's kind of messed up, but just go in and blend that out with a brush and just kind of smooth out the edges. You kind of want to do it pretty quickly before it like completely dries. So that's pretty much what it looks like so far. Next, I'm gonna apply like a light brown shade all over my eyelid. So I'm actually using the Too Faced Natural Matte palette, and I've just been using this for a while now. So this is what it looks like. I'm actually gonna use this light brown shade called Chocolate Cookie. I'm just going in with like an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush that I've had forever. Don't ask me like what brushes I have because I honestly don't know. They came from random places, so I'm just gonna pat that in. And I kind of go like till I hit my eyeball, I guess. So my eyeball is like up here, so a little above the crescent shape that I made earlier. So it looks a little higher, so I'm just gonna brush off a little bit. Okay, I should actually mention it's like starting at the crease area and blending inwards, so I guess the crease area should be a little bit darker. See, like my eyelids are hooded, so like when it looks like I have a lot, but then when I smile, most of it goes away. Next, we use the same brush and then use like a lighter color. She uses a shimmery color, but I decided to choose a matte color. So I decided to use this shade called Heaven. I'm just gonna take some of that, and then you wanna put it on like this inner half and just kind of dab that in. So it kind of adds like a little bit of a dimension. And again, it might look like a lot of makeup, but just remember that photo shoots and professional photography kind of tends to like drain out some of the color. So best to go a little bit more than usual when you're doing like a photo shoot. Next, we're gonna use a dark shade of brown, and I'm gonna use Sexpresso. You wanna start at the crease and then blend it upward. And I probably don't have the right brushes for this. This is just like a random brush. I don't even know where it's from anymore, but just start like there and then blend up. Kind of looks like crazy right now, but I promise it comes together. And I use my eyeball as like a reference as to like where I should be. My eyeball, I think it's pretty high up. And yeah, I will clean this up. I know it's like totally overflowing downward, but I will clean it up later. So now I'm going to use a different brush, and it's a little bit lighter and softer, and I'm going to use it to blend out everything. I'm really new to blending things out, but you kind of just like work it and just kind of like make it work. I kind of start at the back and like blend it up and out to kind of make the eyeshadow line like a little less harsh, I guess. I'm mainly focusing on like this crease area first where all the darker pigment is. So this is kind of better than this harsh like eyeshadow line. So yeah, do the same with the other side. It's not bad. I mean, I don't know if I did it, I don't think I did it perfectly, but at least it's way better than something I would have thought up myself. It was kind of nice to follow a tutorial for this. Yeah. What I do with all the extra eyeshadow, I just kind of like bring it up and like wipe off the excess with Kleenex and just do it very lightly. I don't use like eye makeup remover because I feel like that's a little too harsh, but and then if you feel like you've gone like too far up, you can always like slightly wipe it away as well, but I just kind of like want to take the edges off, so now it's like a little bit more normal. Blend this up. The edges could use like a little, like a tiny bit more brown. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of dark brown and then put that there. I think that'll help it match the other side. I don't even really see the white here anymore. I am going to put just a little bit more because I feel like it just disappeared. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of the same white shade up on my brow bone, like this end half of my brow. Just swish a little bit there. Then you can do the same and put a little bit of white in the inner corners. So next is eyeliner, and I use liquid liners. So right now I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner, but I feel like mine is on the verge of running out soon, and I honestly didn't like this one as much as the Kat Von D ink liner, so I am going to probably switch back to ink liner, but I will link both down below. I've heard great things about both, but unfortunately the tattoo liner just didn't work out for me. Anyway, so I'm just gonna do like a regular eyeliner line, and I think I'm just gonna do it a little bit thicker because it's professional photography. Also, because I have hooded eyelids, like if I don't put enough eyeliner, it doesn't really show up when I smile anyway. Then I really struggled with what kind of wing to make, but I kind of just did like a basic wing, not too dramatic or anything like that. I feel like eyeliner is the hardest thing to do ever. Wow, this looks weird when I only have eyeliner on one side. So I hate getting them to match, but I think this is as good as it's gonna get, so not bad. One of the hardest parts is done. Eyeliner is so hard. Then we're gonna take some of the eyeliner and put it on the outer half of the lower lash line. This is super weird to me because I'm not used to putting like a liquid liner on the bottom, but you could also use like a gel or a pencil or whatever liner. Okay, and then she kind of says to like meet the bottom lash line with the wing of your liner, so I kind of made it do that, and I like connected the two, and I'll do the same for this side. Okay, then we're gonna take that dark brown again, that dark brown eyeshadow again, and then kind of pat that into the lower lash line along the eyeliner so it sets. You probably could use like a smaller brush, I just don't have many. I'm using the one I used earlier. And then just like do like a smile test to see like where the eyeball lines up with the line, I guess. Yeah, just make sure it doesn't look weird or like that the line stops too early. I lightly curled my eyelashes, and even though I'm using false eyelashes, I just want them to kind of blend in better, so I curled those. And then I'm going to use my Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express Waterproof Mascara, and this is in the shade Very Black. And I really like this mascara. It was actually recommended by Christine Lee, so for our short Asian lashes, it actually holds a curl pretty well because it's waterproof, and it just works. So I'm just gonna use a light coat because I'm gonna use falsies anyway, and then do the bottom lashes as well. The next is eyebrows. I don't really do anything too special. I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in the shade medium brown, and I basically just use this dark brown side. And I learned this little tip from an IG video recently to like comb down the hairs and then line the eyebrow like that. So it kind of gets like the hairs out of the way and kind of so you can see like the natural line. And you can also do the same by combing up. And then like for any little gaps, I'll go in with the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. I forget what shade this is. It's some type of dark brown though. I don't do like too much crazy stuff to my brows. I don't like do like a fade, and yeah, that's just kind of how I do it. And then go in with the spoolie and just kind of like lighten it up a little bit to make it a little more natural. Next are falsies, and I'm very new at applying falsies still, so bear with me. I don't even like buy false lashes really, or I haven't really bought many. I used these and they're just, I think this Japanese brand called I Love Magic, and I just felt like they were pretty natural, so that's why I like them. The style number 6. I apply them with this dupe eyelash glue, and I've bought this on Amazon, style 553 or shade 553. So this is actually black eyelash glue, just because I felt like it could blend in with my eyeliner in case I messed up, so it works really well for me. So I like applying with a tweezer that kind of helps me, and just applied it, and then I'm just gonna blow on it for a while. Then I found doing like the inner corner is easiest for me. Oh shoot. And I saw on Christine Lee's video to like kind of press together your real lashes with the false lashes, like at the base of the lashes, make them stay on better. And then sometimes they're like facing more down, so sometimes I kind of just give them a push and so they stand up a little bit better. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So I did the left side and my eye looks watery because I kind of poked my eye with the tweezer, but it is okay. That is what the lashes look like. So next I'm gonna put on blush, and I usually don't put on blush, so I tried to find whatever I had, and I had this palette that my friend gave me. It is the Tarte Amazon Escape Volume 2 Eye and Cheek palette, and I just like the color of this. So it is this light pink color with a bit of shimmer, and I was a little worried about it being like too pink, but I actually really liked it when I tried it on. So I'm just gonna take a bit of that and just dab it lightly above my cheekbone. And again, because professional photography is gonna kind of drown out a little bit, I just put a little bit more. And I know this is probably not a blush brush, but whatever. Then I'm going to use bronzer. So I've been using this bronzer forever. This is the Bare Minerals Warmth. Pour some in the lid and then swish it around. I use like the same brush because I don't know what a bronzer brush is supposed to be like anyway. So I'm just gonna dab that below the blush. Add extra because the photography is gonna like wash it out. I honestly don't know if you're supposed to dab or if you're supposed to like swish it on. It looks like so much in my mirror, but on camera it's like not that bad. I'm also gonna line like my face with the bronzer as well, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. Just like lightly brush it. Do the nose, so I just do like the outside. Just like super lightly. Next, I'm kind of just gonna powder that up, and I don't know if that's the right order, but that's how I did it. So I'm just going to take this Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Powder Makeup in the shade 3W1 Tawny. Kind of close. So I'm just gonna like lightly brush, and this is actually a foundation brush, so I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to use this, but just lightly brush a little bit on there, just to kind of set everything. For lips, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Hudson. By now, like, my Vaseline is kind of wearing off, which is perfect. You could also do this on dry lips as well, that's totally fine, but I'm just gonna lightly put a coat on my lips. I don't like a whole lot of lip product on my lips, so this is kind of how I do it. I just put a little bit, then put my lips together, kind of rub the extra product on the top as well, and then kind of fill in wherever it's missing product. For all the excess, gonna wipe it with a Kleenex, and then make sure to get the edges as well. And I just kind of dab my lips together, and then go on with a tissue, clean up the excess, do the teeth test, nothing there. And then I also like dab Kleenex on top, because I just don't need extra product on there, and I still get like a huge color payoff. I know some people use like lip pencil, but I don't know. This is just kind of how I do it. And then to top that all off, I'm using the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray, which is meant to prime, correct, and set. This was also recommended by Christine Lee, and this was really affordable as well, so I just went ahead and purchased it. So you're supposed to like spray it in like a zigzag line. I guess also like I did my neck as well. Like I went in with the CC cream, just used a little bit, like because I have a little bit of a breakout here. And then you can just kind of dab the pimples with the CC cream. Or you could probably use concealer, I just don't have any. This is the finished look. I hope you like it. Thumbs up if this video helped you or if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you liked this makeup tutorial or if you have any tips or tricks for makeup that you could share with me, because obviously I could use whatever I can get. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.